Institutional buying of XRP is up over 266%. I've got a report to share with you, along with Binance and another exchange listing big volume players. XRP price talk at the end, along with Puppies. Oh, you heard me right. I said puppies.
Due to the graphic nature of this program, listener discretion is advised.
And yes, I got more juicy news for you today. But before we get into the crypto heat, your comments come first. Yeah, that's right. The viewer's most important. So drop me some hot, spicy, relevant. Maybe I'll share at the beginning of the next video. You hear a little jingle? That's Ray's collar. Jim5919 says, how about the SEC breaks up BlackRock? Dude, BlackRock, centralized ownership of crypto is nuts. I want you to think about this, okay? If BlackRock and MicroStrategy owning more and more BTC, they're going to be like the centralized holders of it. What's the difference between that and like the United States government? It's almost like an entity that controls it, right? And we kind of want it more spread out between the people. Regilio, longtime viewer and commenter, says, no response to my camel toe Harris? Okay, I guess I'll be voting for the noisy trumpet then. Dude, you know, the thing with this election, and I gotta be honest with you, I just hope like nothing bad comes out of this. Like, I don't want the whole like, oh, he's not my president thing. I don't want half these people getting pissed, but I think that's the problem. I think we know like half the people are gonna be pissed no matter who gets elected. Puppy talk, look at the two little Danes hanging out, and look at Ray girl hanging out. She's been having problems with her seizures, but she's doing much better. And then there's Leia girl. See, I hang out with puppies. They're all over the place. Bitcoin sitting at 66,566. ETH is 2593. Who doesn't love puppies? It better not be you, because it's certainly not me. BNB's at 592, while Sol's at 154. XRP at 54.2. We're going to talk about institutional buying going up big, but there's a caveat to that story. I'm going to share it with you. Sui still deep in the red, pulling back from all-time highs. XLM's got Meridian, but it doesn't have price action. Speaking of BlackRock, see, I told you I'd bring up your comments, whether it's hot, spicy, relevant. Makes sense, doesn't it? BlackRock CEO, Bitcoin is an asset class on its own. It will rise regardless of the next U.S. president. We're sticking with the theme, can't you tell, peeps? Larry Fink, the CEO of BlackRock, recently commented that either the presidency of Donald Trump or Kamala Harris would significantly influence crypto prices. According to Fink, the rise of digital assets like Bitcoin is inevitable on a global scale, independent of political leadership. But you don't want to hold back U.S. money. Like, would you want to throw a party with like one of the coolest people like not there? No, you want that cool person to be there, and the United States is the cool person. Can you still have a good party without the cool person? Yeah. But when that cool person comes and, you know, they got the Hanks, and I can't talk anymore about this, but we remember those days. Yeah, you want that cool person hanging out with you, and that's what the U.S. is. Fink expressed this perspective in recent discussions with institutional investors, highlighting the evolving perspective in digital assets. His remark emphasized that the real factors behind the growing adoption of cryptos are transparency, liquidity, and improved analytics. He noted that Bitcoin is now considered an asset class comparable to gold. 5 years ago, couldn't even make that statement without someone thinking you were crazy. Seriously, this whole market has changed quite dramatically. Now, this goes back to your comments, right? Talking about, you know, the SEC and BlackRock. The problem with BlackRock is you start looking at being too big for their britches, too big to fail. You know, monopoly type action. Monopoly's going to be tough. That's not going to happen. They're just big. And that's centralization, though. So if BlackRock then just ends up owning most of crypto, like, again, that kind of sucks, doesn't it? I mean, that defeats the purpose. It's more we want some for everyone. By the way, if you want to read the whole thing from Larry Fink or anything else you see in this video and all my other videos, you can find it linked in the description below. Binance adds 2 hot new pairs for major coins. MEXC Exchange leads in global meme coin listings with over 240 pairs. You know why I bring this up to? And I'm going to share a few more stats. This exchange offers over 3,000 spot trading pairs and 500 futures pairs. It's all about offering products to the consumer. Yes, you and I, the consumer, right? The crypto buyer, okay? The speculator. Now, I'm bringing this up because Binance, hot new pairs. I don't even know who they are. I could really give a shit about it. But anyways, Binance, hot new pairs, MEXC listing. It's all about volume and staying relevant. It really is. These listings, they're hoping, even if it's to capitalize on like a quick month of pop hot meme volume, they'll do it. Because these exchanges can make juicy money. Remember like when SHIB was going nuts like years ago? Do you know how much money these places were making on volume with that stuff? So, of course, they're going to keep listing pairs. So don't think that crypto's going to zero and that 99.9% of cryptos are going to go to zero, because guess what? You're always going to have new ones listed, and exchanges that want to make money are going to create new pairs and listings. By the way, the two that were listed on Binance were Sweet Token, no shit, just like we've been talking about before, and the meme cryptocurrency Turbo on its spot algos order platform. So some meme action in Sweet. Sweet has been hot since the news. Sweet's also got a little bit of stuff they got to worry about, a little insider selling. I talked about that earlier. We're going to talk XRP volume. And again, this is linked down below, okay? This is pretty neat, all right? XRP institutional buying surges 266%. Okay, so this is institutional buying of XRP. So not us, not anything that you and I do, unless you're an institution watching. And if you are, thank you for watching. But I really doubt institutions would watch, because that's just the deal. So institutional buying is up. You want to find that report? This is also linked down below. You can see it for a whole bunch of them: Bitcoin, Ethereum, Solana, Binance, Litecoin, XRP, Cardano, Tron, and others. You can also see by what countries. Big year-to-date inflows, and this is what we talked about United States, right? Look at the United States. Year-to-date flows, 23,000 million. So you're looking at like $23 billion. 23.8 billion inflows in the United States. That's huge. This is bigger than anything else you see here. So going back to the beginning, yes, the United States is the cool kid that you want at the party. Maybe he's sometimes a dick, but he's got the convertible Cobra that's got the blower on it that goes, you know what I'm talking about, the people that got the big blower Cobras. And he's maybe a little bit annoying. His sister's probably smoking ass fucking hot. Like, let's be real here, because, the family's got money. And my point is, that's the United States. They do piss you off, but they got a lot of money. And that shows it again here in this report. Look at how much there is from the United States. So yes, you want, I repeat, you want the United States at your party. So let's get back to this specific thing with XRP, because this kind of bugs me a little bit here, because people talk about institutional buying of XRP all the time. Oh, institutions. Oh, man, institution, this and that. All right, so it's up 266%, but here's the problem. Institutional buying of XRP has surged 266%, with $1.1 million worth of XRP purchased in 1 week. That's it. So if it surged 266% to 1.1 million, how pathetic was it before? This marks a substantial increase from the $300,000 recorded the previous week. So the previous week, only $300,000 worth of XRP was bought by institutions, where this week we had 1.1 million. That's not a lot. That's not a lot at all. In fact, if we look at this here, 90 million year to date has been bought by institutions. 90 million. Litecoin, 137 million. Binance, $500 million. Solana, $1.2 billion. ETH, $9.9 billion. And Bitcoin, almost $70 billion. So compare Bitcoin, $70 billion bought by institutions to the 90 million from XRP. That's really not that much. So is it good that XRP got a pump of 266% in institutional buying? Yes, it is. But what's bad is previous week only had $300,000. Only say that out loud. Only $300,000 the previous week, 1.1 million worth of it this week. So obviously institutions are allowed to buy. They can buy outside of the United States. They can buy inside. They can buy whatever the hell they want. Where there's a will, there's a way. I like to say that. But you want the United States at your party, because right now, when you look at XRP price, I don't think the United States is at the party, right? I got to be honest with you. I think this party might be a sausage fest, and a lot of the sausage, they might have money, but there's no Chiquitas to spend the money on. So it's not going too far. And I think that's the SEC. I think the SEC is the cock block of the party, right? The SEC is the one there that's like, Oh, bro, didn't your girlfriend call you from Hawaii yet? Because she's on vacation. And you're like, dude, shut the fuck up, man. I'm trying to make my move. Yeah, that's what it's like. Now, in terms of floor, yeah, very slowly ascending floor support since the previous crash. I'm very happy with that. Volume, 1.2 billion. This goes back to the whole Binance thing, listing 2 hot new pairs and MEXC listing a whole bunch of skanky coins. Because companies are going to list what's popular, what's hot, what's juicy, what's relevant, just like your comments. Comments regarding BlackRock, that's what we talked about, and Kamala and Trump affecting crypto. And yes, Kamala and Trump will affect crypto. Yes, Kamala and Trump will definitely affect the SEC's view on crypto. So this is very pivotal because this is all about, like, dude, the cool kid that brings all the cool party fun stuff. And then, like, he brings the hot skanky chicks with because they're all in his convertible Cobra that's whining down the road because he's got, like, a bigger blower on there. And he's got some, some street slicks and stuff like that. He's got some mods done. All right, he's got some mods done. But you want the U.S. at the party. And I get what Fink is saying. Hey, you know what? Yeah. It doesn't matter who's, doing this, who's doing that. You know what, Fink, you're right. But that's for Bitcoin. That's for Ethereum. That's where a lot of people are feeling comfortable to put their money. But XRP comparatively at 90 million for the year of institutional buying versus Bitcoin 70 billion. Dude, you know how many zeros different that is? That's a lot of zeros different. So the SEC seriously is cock blocking. XRP price is feeling it. Oh, but bro, the SEC only applies to stuff that happens in the United States. Well, guess what? The SEC was like, yo, we're going to file our intent to appeal, and it pushed that price down of XRP globally. So whether you like it or not, you're somewhat tethered to the United States. You somewhat are dependent on the cool kid at the party who's going to show up with the whips and the jumblies. And of course, his family was rich AF, so they got away with everything, even wrapping their car around a tree and finding a way to blame someone else. But right now, that is the story of XRP and the alts. Bitcoin and Ethereum, which have gotten pretty much protection from the United States government as commodities, are definitely pulling in more money. Does it sound cool as a headline to hear, 266% pumpage of XRP? Yeah, of course it does. It makes for great clickbait, great titles and thumbs and crap like that. But when you dig deeper and you're like, yo, institutions only bought 1.1 million XRP, and the week before they only bought 300,000 worth of XRP, you're sitting there going, dude, that's not fucking whales. That's not dudes in like Cobras and Ferraris and Ford GTs and cool stuff like that. No. That's Eclipse GS stuff right there. Non-turbo. Like, you can do with that. I know what I'm going to do with it. I'm going to pay very close attention to the news, especially the election. Because as much as it sucks that like everyone is tethered to the United States, there's no other narrative truer than that. SEC comes out with something nasty, Rex crypto. Doesn't matter if you live in Canada, South Africa, Australia, England, Ireland, prices down. Why? SEC just bent you over. Same thing. United States is the party guy. You're sitting here wanting certain things to moon. You're seeing the reports that I'm sharing with you down below going, yo, the things that got real clarity as commodities, they are pulling in big money, girlfriend. But then like these alts are like, they're not even pulling in like the 4s or 5s, man. And this is after you've had a few drinks, and then 4s and 5s are realistically like 2s or 3s. You're in a really big dry spell, okay? So that's why you're talking 2s and 3s. Just no, bad. Don't do it. Don't stoop to that level. Keep your standards up. So what do? Wait for the election. We wait for the Fed's rates to come down because that's even more powerful than the presidency. Because rates coming down, that is big time. Because that's not policy, that's this. And that attracts money from all over the world and the United States' money. So, you know what? Choo-choo, bitches.